video, I'll be teaching you guys on how to make a straight skirt and a pencil skirt. And here is my A4 paper, is my assumed fabric, and we'll be working on my client's measurements, which is length is 38, waist is 36, and my client's hip is also 42. Now we calculate our measurement. Our length, my client's length is 38 plus 2. The 2 is for hemming allowance, that's 40. Then my client's waist is 36 by 4. The whole body is usually divided by 4, that is 9, plus 1 inches seam allowance, and then plus 1 inches dart allowance, that makes it 11. Then my client's hip is also 42. Then the 42 divided by 4 is 10.5. Then 10.5 plus 1 inches seam allowance, that makes it 11.5. Now there is a difference between the waist and the hip calculating measurement here. The difference is that the waist has 1 inches dart allowance, while the hip does not have 1 inches dart allowance. The reason is because the dart is always applied on the waist part, not on the hip part. So having gotten to this, the next thing to do, the first thing to do on our pattern, now we are moving to our fabric. I had as my paper pattern. You fold your fabric, you fold your fabric this way. Start your measurements with fold your fabric this way, fold it. You see this unfold parts. Let me indicate this unfold parts. That means the folded parts. This is it. So having done this already, the first thing I need to do to start our measurement is we measure the length of your client. That's the total length. That's my 38 plus 2. I assume my 38 plus 2 on this A4 paper, which is my assumed fabric, is 7 inches. Yeah, it's because I'm working on a paper. If it was your fabric, of course, you know you measure your 40 inches accurately. Here, now you rule line, you rule out. Always ensure you work with your ruler. Ensure you work with your ruler. That is for your length measurement. Now the next thing to do is to measure your waist circumference, which is 36. That's 36 divided by 4 plus 1 plus 1, which is 11. You measure your 11 here. You see, I'm starting my measurement on the folded part here, on this unfold part. Be careful so you won't make mistake. So you measure your 11 inches. So I assume this is my 11 inches, 3 is my 11 inches. Having done that, the next thing is to get your hip line. Usually we don't measure hip line. There's always a fixed inches for hip line. So if your client is not too tall, you can use 9 inches. But if your client is tall, very tall, you can use 9.5. So now I'll be using 9 inches because 9 inches is actually the standard measurement. I'll be using 9 inches for my client's hip line. This is, you make your paper straight this way. So I assume 3.5 is my client's hip line. I assume because I'm working on an A4 paper. Then you roll. Having done that, the next thing I need to do is to measure your hip circumference, which is 42 divided by 4 plus 1, which is 11.5. Then you measure the 11.5 here. I assumed my 11.5 on this paper is 3.5 here. I hope you're getting me. Now, to get your length circumference, which determines whether it is a pencil skirt or a straight skirt, is if you're working on a pencil skirt, your normal your normal waist measurement, that's 36 divided by 4 plus 1 inch seam allowance is what you'll be using. you would don't add this 1 inches for that allowance. Don't add the 1 inches for that allowance when you're making your pencil skirt. So all you do now is 36 divided by 4, which is 9, plus 1 inches seam allowance, which is 10. So you'll be measuring 10 here. I assume this is my 10. You understand? Now, to get my straight skirt is your hip measurement, which is 42 divided by 4 plus 1 inches seam allowance. Exactly the way it's on this measurement is what you'll be measuring as your hip measurement, which is 3.5. Assume 3.5. This is it. So this is my pencil skirt and this is my straight skirt. You understand? The only difference between the pencil skirt and the straight skirt is you'll be removing your 1 inches dart allowance to get your pencil skirt. Your 1 inches dart allowance from your waist to get your pencil skirt, and your hip for your straight skirt, you'll be having your exactly hip measurements for your straight skirt. So now we connect. If you have your French curve, you can work with your French curve. Then you connect. This is for pencil skirts and this is for your straight skirts. You understand? Now the next thing we'll do now is to measure our dart. For any outfit you'll be sewing or you'll be drafting, it's advisable you measure your client's P2P. Your P2P is the client's nipple to nipple. Now, my own client's nipple to nipple is 8 inches. Yeah, it's usually 8 inches most times, except people that are fat and bigger or something. So you divide your 8 inches divided by 2. That's the nipple to nipple divided by 2, which is 4. Plus 0.5, that's half inches seam allowance. That makes it 4.5. That's 4.5, 4.5. Now you measure your 4.5 on your pattern here. Assumed this is my 4.5. Yeah, you mark it here, you mark it this way, and now you mark the length of your dart. The length of dart, the standard length, dart length is usually 5. So I assume this is my 5 inches. I measure my 4.5 here too again to get a straight line. That's to get a straight line. Then you mark it straight. Now you remove your half inches. You remove half inches. You place your tape rule this way. See the way I'm showing you. Press it this way. You move half inches here. Assume this is my half inches. Assume this is my half inches. You move half inches both left and right. And now you connect it to this line. This way. You see, same thing here. Connect it to this line. So that is for your dart for this side. Then you also do the same thing on the other side. Remember your fabric is folded into 2. So you also do the same thing here, but you mark it here so that it's be much easier for you. You mark this, trace this and mark it too. Trace this and mark it, the 3 sides. So now you turn it to the other side. Now all you just do here is just to measure your 5 inches dart length, your dart length, which is this 5 inches. Assume 5 inches. Then your 4.5 P2P to get a straight line. Just get your straight line. Now you connect this like we did to the other side. Connect this indicated place down to this line. Connect this down to this line. Sorry. Having done that, this is our front skirt pattern. Yeah. So now we'll cut out. We'll be cutting this out. If you want your straight skirt, you can cut out this way. If you want your pencil skirt, you can cut out this way, any which one. But I will be cutting out the pencil skirt part. So now you cut. Be very careful when cutting because you don't want to make mistake or mess with your client's fabric. If you're cutting your straight skirt, you continue this way. and cut. But now I'm cutting my pencil skirt. I have to cut it here, from here down this way. Yeah, now this is our pencil skirt. This is what our skirt looks like. You see exactly what it looks like. This is our dart. When sewing, you have to hold your dart this way. You know, you hold it here and sew it down to this part. Hold it here and sew it down to this part. That's how we get our dart. Now, there's actually a technique I actually work. Not all designers use that, but I often use that to get a fit skirt. Though it's not compulsory for you to use. It's just, that's just the logic I'm giving to you guys. So for that is this is mostly used on female pant trouser as a whole. But I also apply the same thing to my skirt to give it a fitting. So now you're to remove 1 inch. 1 inch, remember, from the folded part here. 1 inch. So this is my 1 inch. You remove it out and connect it. You know, connect it down this way. You see, when you having done that, you just cut the connected part out. So that's it. So you have your shaped skirt front pattern. Now we'll be moving to the back pattern. Ensure your table is always cleared, so you won't mistakenly cut your necessary fabric out. Now moving to our back pattern. This is my assumed fabric too for my back pattern. All you do on your back pattern is to fold as usual. Fold your fabric this way. This is my folded part. This is my folded part. Fold it this way, and now you measure 1 inch for zip allowance. This is my 1 inch for zip allowance. Sorry, you measure 1 inch for zip allowance. You measure that all the way, you know. Then now you roll it out. Here, having done that, you've rolled it out. All you do now is to place your front pattern on your back pattern this way. You know, starting from the after 1 inch allowance, zip allowance. Having done that, now all you do now is to just trace your, be mindful, trace your front pattern, your back pattern fabric on your back fabric. Trace it out. Then you mark. That's what the dots. To make it easier for you. So now you just cut out. You cut it out straight. That's all about the back pattern. Just be mindful when you're cutting. We got out. Yeah, I've cut this out already. Now to get my dart on this back pattern again is, now you measure your 5 inches dart length, the same thing we did in the front pattern. You measure your 5 inches dart length, measure your nipple to nipple measurement, which is this, to get a straight line. That is just to get a straight line, which is here. Now you connect this. Connect this to this. Connect this to this. So you do the same thing on the other side of your back pattern, like we did in the front pattern. Measure your 5 inches. Understand? And roll a straight line. Roll a straight line this way. Then connect this to this. Connect this to this. So that is how our back pattern is. So the last thing you'll be doing now is to slit out the zip allowance. Slit it out, you know. So now this is our back pattern for our skirt zip. The only difference between our back pattern and our front pattern now is the zip allowance. Slitted, we have this zip allowance extra, and the front pattern has a slit here while the back pattern does not have any slits. So this is where our zip will be inserted. So the zip will be inserted in between here. Then seam allowance, sorry, slits will be here too, to give the skirt convenience to work. But if it is stretching material, it might not necessarily put any slits. So this is what it looks like, the front pattern and the back pattern of our pencil skirt. So now this will be all on this video